Sup YouTube? Simply Lucky here. Haha, JK you guys, this isn't Simply Unlucky. Welcome back to another trash video from ya boy, Bonnie. And let's get right into it. This is gonna be high quality shit, guys. Aight fam, so for the first 3 ubs, we got Triple Lantern. Why? This stops attacks, this sets up your board. Up next, we have one of our main ghost mommies. Here, we got Mary. What does she do? You know what she does. You take any kind of damage, battle damage, effect damage, and you get to search for one Ghostrick, no matter the level, and special summon it in face down defense position. Keep in mind this is a hard once per turn. And you can't forget about this bitch right here, Yanchi. What she does is, when she is flipped face up to the number of Ghostricks on the field, including herself, you get to look for a Ghostrick. Like I just said, if you have 2 Ghostricks, you look for a level 2, you have 1 Ghostrick level 1, you get the gist. And would you look at that, Christmas is come early, boys. We got double Jack Frost. This one, it's another attack negation card. Your opponent attacks you directly, and you flip that bitch face down with this right here. And here are the 1-ubs. Spectre, Mummy, Fairy, Doll, Ghoul. And before I see y'all in the comment section, but Bonnie, oh well, why is Fairy only at 1? This deck can search, guys. This deck can search itself out. Please stop. We got Yanchi. We got Mary. With that we can get any of these things out. Come on, guys. You don't need 3 of these. You get this thing first hand, what the fuck you gonna do? You know, there's no graveyard. You don't want to draw this. You want to draw Yanchi. You want to draw fucking Mary. That's what you want to get. This card's really good. It's really fucking good. I love it. Mwah. But come on, guys. Let's be real. You don't want to see this firsthand. Or depending on what variation you play, that's up to you. I only play 1. Don't at me. Spectre. That's Searcher. Allows you to get Ghostrick gets destroyed. This card, you have it in your hand. You special summon it, draw 1 card. Mummy allows you an extra normal summon. Or if he's already on the field, you can do 2 normal summons. Or sets. Pretty good. Fairy, that's the main bitch right here. Fairy, if it's flipped face up, you can search for 1 Ghostrick card in your graveyard. Monster, spell, trap, doesn't matter. And you set it. So if you want a monster, set it face down defense. You want a spell or trap, set it. Simple enough. Oh, before I forget, and up to the number of set cards on your side of the field, you can flip face down that number of monsters on your opponent's side of the field. That's why this card's really good, and that's why I get fucking all y'all, you know, coming at me or whatever. We got Doll. Yeah, everyone knows what this bitch does. She's flipped face up, and at the end phase, every monster on the field is flipped face down, and up to the number of monsters flipped face down because of this card's effect, you get to special summon 1 Ghostrick equal to the number of set face down cards. So if it's like you flipped 3 cards face down because of the effect, then you get to special summon a level 3 face down. Simple enough. Ghoul, that's the steroid of the deck. So this card's ability, it allows you to boost 1 Ghostrick's attack power equal to every Ghostrick's attack. So if you got 2 whichever is really, if you got 2 angels That's 4K plus Ghoul. So you're gonna add it to Ghoul, he would have 5100. That's about right. Alright, next. And now it's time for the engine. Broom broom, motherfuckers. Here we go. Tour guide. I just have her here because it's an easy Alucard. Enough said. And she's another mommy, so not bad. I love it when you smile at me like that, baby. Alright, baby, we got Morphing Jar number 2. So, yeah, this is basically for getting rid of boards. I hate links, even though I own one, and you'll see what I mean. And yeah, that's basically what it is, just getting rid of everything on the field. You don't really have to worry about your field, because if you need to use this card, you're probably losing anyways, so yeah. Spell cards. 1 parade, 1 mansion, 1 museum. Why do I only have 1 of each? Because I could easily search for these with Angel. That's enough said. Like, getting Angel off with this build should not be hard. And these are important, but this is more like Parade is to get the right setup. Mansion is basically for when you're attacking and you want to go through stuff. Museum, I use this as a precaution, because if my opponent is going to attack me with something, that I could always just renovate into, one of these two and go for Museum. It's actually worked out pretty well, not gonna lie. But you don't necessarily need to have this, so if you don't want to add a Museum to your build, then great, I guess. You could kind of mess around with these. It's all good. Triple Cosmic Cyclone. But Bonnie, ooh, why don't you just play MST or Twin Twisties? Like, shut the fuck up. Look, listen, with so many graveyard effects, you want to banish shit. So, getting rid of 1,000 life points to banish just any spell or trap on the field, I'm down with that shit. I'm fucking down. Twin Twister is a fantastic card, but in this deck, you want to have as much card advantage as you can. So, getting rid of some life points is way better than getting rid of one of the cards in your hand, excuse me. Regeki. Do I really have to explain why this is here? No. Moving on. Ghostrick Scare. Wow, do I love this fucking card. Target any number of face-down defense position monsters on your side of the field, of course. Flip any number in face-up defense position, and up to the number of cards that you flipped face-up, up to the number of Ghost Tricks, obviously, that you flipped face-up by this card's effect, you can flip face-down that number of cards, monster cards, your opponent controls. You flipped I'm sorry. You flip 3 Ghost Tricks, you flip face down 3 monsters on your opponent's side of the field. Simple enough. Simple enough. Also, keep in mind, I see a lot of people making this mistake. Yanchi or Fairy's ability only activates with this card if it's a Chain Link 1, numero uno. So if your opponent activates, let's say, a Regeki, and you activate Ghostrick Scare on a Yanchi or on a Fairy, and you activate this card to flip them face up and activate their effects, it's not gonna work. It's gotta be Chain Link 1 for it to work, because the spell speed won't make any sense. So keep that in mind, my lovelies. Ghostrick Renovation was a gift from Konami to Ghostrick players all around the world. This card is so good. Basically, what does it do? You get to, let's say you have a parade on the field, and you're like, bruh, I don't want this shit anymore. But I don't want to destroy it either. Easy friend. You activate Renovation, and what it does is that you can switch out your parade for any other for any other field spell. So, let's say you have Parade, you activate Renovation, you send Parade back to your hand, and let's say you want to activate Mansion or Museum. Well, this card allows you to look for it through your deck, or if it's in your hand, you can just place it, right? And just activate it, and you don't have to destroy your Parade, you know? Now, you're probably wondering, man, that's pretty cool, but what else does this do? Well, I'm glad you asked. In the graveyard, it has a special ability. So, let's say your angel's in trouble. Your opponent targets your angel with a card effect. Well, you can just say, not so fast, I activate my trap card, and your opponent, rightfully so, is going to be like, trap card? Yeah, in my graveyard. What? Well, easy. This card has a graveyard effect. It allows you to switch out any Ghostrick XCs for another one, the old switcheroo. So, of course, you can't switch it out for the same Ghostrick. It has to be a different Ghostrick. So if you have Angel, you can switch it out for Alucard, Dullahan, or So Cute Boss. And yeah, and that's pretty nifty if you ask me, because like, let's say you're trying to attack for game. Your opponent has let's say 3,000 life points, and you only have one monster. You attack. Your opponent's like, ha, in my next turn, I'm gonna end this duel. And you're like, next turn? What next turn? Renovation, daddy. And you switch out and you attack again. Wow. Because you can activate this in like any phase. That's like the beauty of it. So, yeah, really good. Very bueno. Okay, and before I get into these, I forgot to mention, Renovation is vanished after you used Graveyard Effect. Okay, now let's get into this. So, Banish, Knight. Banish, I just have it for just protection, really. In case my opponent gets something crazy and wants to wipe out the board, you're gonna be like, nah. Banish. And the beauty of this is that it lasts the entire turn. So, very good. Knight, simple enough. If you have a Ghostrick card on your side of the field and your opponent has a set monster on the field, he can't flip them face up if you have a Ghostrick monster. So this works perfectly with the Ghostrick lock, which is basically like the win condition of the deck. This is a control variant after all. So yeah, that's basically it. There's really nothing much to explain about these two. Triple Quaking, Triple Needle. My opponents don't like me, and I understand, but I have to do what I gotta do. So yeah, Quaking, if your opponent attacks, flip all of his attack position monsters into face down defense position, and they can't flip them back up. They can't. They can sacrifice them, or they can fusion with them, or they can do anything else with them. But they can't just flip them back up. And that's very sad for them. Needle, if there are 4 or more cards on the field, you destroy them all. You're probably wondering, but that sucks. Well, yeah, but here's the catch. They have to be face up. If they're in face down defense position, they can't be destroyed by this card's effect. And Ghostricks, for the most part, they're trick-or-treating or something like that, so they're face down. And they're going to be pretty safe. So if you have one set card and your opponent decides to spam the board, needle the fuck out of them. I mean, it'll probably be like, bruh, like, why? But, you know, it's like, hey man, you just tried to OTK me, like, what's fair is fair. And here's the moment y'all been waiting for, the XCs, the extra deck. So, we've got triple Dullahan, triple So Cute Boss, triple Angel of Mischief, and triple Alucard. We've got the No Head Boy, the Suck Your Boss, the the Ghost Mommy, and the Ghost Daddy. So let's run them down one by one. So of course we're going to start off with the Ghost Mommy herself, Angel of Mischief. Now, what does this card do? It allows you to attach one Ghostrick card from your hand to it. Another effect it has is that it can detach one material and it can look for a Ghostrick spell or trap. Now what else can it do? It has that ever so reliable win condition of if this card has 10 materials, you win the duel. This is our Exodia. That is not as good. But that's okay, because one day I will get all 10 pieces of the puzzle. JK, that's never gonna happen. Next. Okay, I should probably mention before anything else. Alucard has the only hard once per turn effect out of all the other Xyzs. The other Xyzs you can activate their effect multiple times if you can bring them out multiple times. Alucard on the other hand, his main ability, detach one, destroy one set card on the field, that's a hard once per turn, daddy-o. But it does have a graveyard effect. And it shares the, actually, Alucard and Dualahan share the same graveyard effect, where if they're sent to the graveyard, you can search for one Ghostrick card and get it back to your hand. Obviously from the graveyard. It has to be from the graveyard. Okay, so cute, boss. Basically, detach one card and destroy one monster on your opponent's side of the field that has equal to or less attack than the combined total of all your Ghostrick monsters. So if you have two angels, that's 4k. Let's say your opponent has a blue eyes white dragon. Well, he's fucked, because he's dead. So, oh, and also, the monster zone that's that he was in, as long as there's a Ghostrick monster on the field, it can't be used. So, pretty nifty, huh? And finally, we've got the Headless Boy.
So no head?
What he does is, during either player's turn, you can detach one material and half any monster's attack. It can even half his own attack. So, yeah, that's basically it. So if your opponent's attacking you, and you know that if you half his attack, you can destroy it, because it'll just crash into him, then do it. Fuck it, you know? Why not? Also, like I mentioned, he does have the graveyard effect. To be sent to the graveyard, you can search for one Ghostrick card, get it back to your hand. From the graveyard, of course. Gotta emphasize that. And now, for the final three cards. The Link Mommy. That's right, I added links to this deck. Yeet. So yeah, Witch's Apprentice. All dark monsters gain 500 attack. All light monsters lose 400 attack. And it has the graveyard ability, where if this card is sent to the graveyard, you can send one dark monster back to your hand. Now keep in mind, that final effect is a hard once per turn. Thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. Or don't. I know. Whatever. Please do. I'm broke. Help.
Money, all the cars, you can have it all. Flowers, cars, and candy.